Mute prepaid plans. Unleash your creativity with more social media. Dial *129 $ to activate.
Now that's the new vibe in the lingo. Yes. More pan more sell the tingo. It's more with flow now, you really know. Get you now. All these deals make you save more. Get more.
If you know your favorite store, dial it now. 612-1253. That's Mega Deals. You can rely on Mega for some real deals on name brand clothing and electronics. High quality, low price. We are a wholesale and retail store located in Calabashi, right on the main road. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram as Mega Deals Dominica. Like our page. Check out our stuff. Call us. Visit us. Would appreciate your one and only online and brick and mortar store. Mega Deals is also on wheels. We make it convenient for your shopping. We deliver straight to your door. Email us at info@megadealsda.com. Rely on Mega Deals for some real deals.
All right, Dominica. You know it's Wednesday, so it's an open line. Earlier this week, I heard Mr. Zed Lloyd with a voice note, if you will, putting under the United Workers' Party and some of its leaders under the microscope. Well, this morning, like the leaders, like the president of the party, the former leader of the United Workers' Party, and the former prime minister, well, we heard for the past 24 hours, we've heard the response of the former Pal Rep of Marigot and, of course, the president of the United Workers' Party. I wanted to share that with you in his response to Mr. Zed Lloyd, based in New York. Let's listen for a minute. Let's listen for a minute. I suspect we have a little difficulty, but let's see. Something is going on here. Let's try to fix it up and come back, okay? All right, let's come back with. Welcome back in a minute, okay? But in the meantime, just wait for this response from Mr. Lennox Linton to Mr. Zed Lloyd there in New York, bringing the United Workers' Party and its leadership under scrutiny. Well, I can tell you that Mr. Linton has responded. Stick around as we try to fix that audio. Again, in the meantime, while we wait our technician to fix that file there, we're going to take your phone calls. It's an open line. It's a Wednesday.
Get ready for the ultimate viewing and after party event of the year. Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited presents the UEFA Champions League Finals viewing and after party on Saturday, June 1st at the factory in Valley Road. The action starts at 1 p.m. as we gather for the pre-game promotion. Heineken 5 for $20. Lots of giveaways. Then at 3 p.m. the viewing party begins. It's the 14th time UEFA champions Real Madrid taking on Dortmund in the grand finals. And when the final whistle is blown, then it's time for the after party. Bringing down the house will be DJ Shill, DJ Snow, the Unstoppable Shacks, and then the youngest and the baddest Signal Band. Entrance to the viewing party is absolutely free and only $10 for the after party. It's the ultimate viewing and after party UEFA Champions League Finals, Saturday, June 1st at the factory in Valley Road, powered by Heineken. Enjoy responsibly.
All right, 8:23 is the morning time. Let's take a few phone calls before we play that file there for Mr. Lennox Linton, who is the president of the United Workers' Party. Hello, talk to me, yes?
I say praises, thanks, blessings, and glory to all those who sacrifice their personal safety and security, trying to elevate mankind to humanity. Mr. Pelty, blessings, and upon sir.
Blessings to you, blessings.
I give thanks. Not all my guardian angels. I try getting through this morning, but I know you have your nuclear switch and your call ID on me. So I just trying to send some greetings, Matt. Matt, it's very interesting. I told you, was it on Monday, Matt, I think? Matt, in the whole national discussion, seeking solution, some arguments bordering on irrelevance. And I talk about in the Valley of Desolation, there's some dry bones that are just looking for the flesh of relevance to wear. Matt, I am not saying our intellectuals out there are not relevant based on their contribution to national development. But there are some people, Matt, they're just dry bones. If I were to advise Mr. Linton, I would tell him, please, do not try to give the flesh of relevance or clothe dry bones with the flesh of relevance. Because that is all some people are seeking for in the national argument where development is concerned. They're bordering on irrelevance, Matt, and they're just seeking, how can I get some relevance? So blessings is the problem of the country. UWP, Lennox Linton, and Edison James is a plus. I can't remember the exact word for the Labour Party. And all of a sudden, the person becomes the center of attention. The person appearing to be relevant in the national discussion on development. Where is it? Where is the contribution? Matthew, see me, I make parrots. I can make furniture. I don't for the time. I do carpentry. And I in the national discussion. I am protesting. Matt, you see me on crutches already, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
Matt, you just doesn't come with my wheelchair. Matt, you know the wheelchair. Yes, you did not notice the wheelchair. Why are them swinging Sunday, singing Sunday? Thank you, darling. So, Matt, I am just saying, these are distractions to deflect the people's attention from the substantive and current issues, Matt. Why is electoral reform? It disappears. It gets absorbed and immersed in irrelevance, if I may say. Matt, I talking like that because I know people go, oh, attacking people. I'm not attacking anybody. I'm just sharing my opinion. I'm saying if I had to advise Mr. James or Mr. Linton, I would have never said not one word even if I was asked, I would say something like what I am saying, Matt. Have a blessed day, sir.
Have a blessed day yourself. Again, let's wait. Let's wait. In a minute we will get that response there. Hello, and maybe you'll give Mr. Linton his blessings after that. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Mark, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Coco, Thibault. How are you doing?
All right.
Yeah, yesterday I tried to call it. I listened to Mr. Joshua yesterday. Mr. Joshua is no new face to the new well, he's a new face to the party, but not a new face to Dominican. And the way he spoke yesterday, like the party have been losing and so on, he was there. He should be ashamed of himself. I mean, I cannot tell people what to do, but he was there all along. And when he talk about we need new faces and so on, he is not a new face. So I don't see why he had to emphasize so much on this and that, losing things. Certain questions you ask him, I can't remember all of them. He could not even answer you.
So are you basically saying what? That the party is a waste of time?
I will not use the word waste of time, but for me, I would yes. It's a waste of time, honestly. Yes. Because all we need in Dominica now is a better life for the people of Dominica. Matt, look around all the countries around us. Our people have to leave to go and look for work in St. Lucia, in St. Vincent, in St. Kitts. Every young Dominican living. They are educated. They kind of thing. The problem is why the other neighboring countries are doing better than us. Agriculture, everything done in Dominica. And when I raised in those days, every young man was working, every young man was independent. Everybody was independent on their own. What happened to us? I don't know, man.
Again, caller, thank you very much. 8:29. Yes, everybody was waiting for that recording there from Mr. Lennox Linton, who's the president of the United Workers' Party, giving a response to an attack of the leadership of the United Workers' Party. Mr. Lennox Linton, stick around.
When people are looking for something from Roosevelt Scarrett, the language of their public pronouncements and the targets of their vicious attacks are humorously predictable.
One of the biggest assets to Roosevelt Scarrett over these last 20 years has been the operational structure of the United Workers' Party.
What is the operational structure of the United Workers' Party, Mr. Zed Lloyd? Do you even have an idea? Have you read the constitution of the party? Have you asked any questions and received any answers from the leadership and management of the party through the years on the structure of the party and how it operates? What is the evidential basis of your grand pronouncement? Does truth matter? Are you that allergic to facts?
The United Workers' Party has been governing itself as an institution on a territorial conceptualization of politics instead of a national conceptualization of politics.
A territorial conceptualization of politics as opposed to a national conceptualization of politics. The ostentatious and arrogant waffle of a frustrated wannabe political scientist who left Dominica around 1988, 36 years ago, on a government scholarship to study mathematics in the US. He switched to political science, lost the mathematics scholarship, and ended up with neither mathematics degree nor political science degree. So this dotishness about UWP pursuing territorial instead of national politics is just a classic manifestation of the frustration of the political scientist that never was. For how could anyone knowledgeable about Dominica sensibly suggest that the UWP, born in 1988, just around the time that Zed Lloyd was packing up to go, is about the governance and administration of a specific geographical area, Marigot. with no focus on the identity, unity, and self-governance of Dominica. UWP in government under Edison James between 1995 and 2000 take a fair case show 2 and earned the reputation as the only political party that dutifully served not a red, not a blue, not a green Dominica, but the Commonwealth of Dominica.
And that has been going on for a long time. For a long time. We talk about the state of Dominica and how Dominica has not developed.
Yes, there are issues about the development of Dominica. You see, the last 2 decades of lost progress to the games of petty Dominica Labour Party politics and the folly of governance dedicated to uniting people with hate have reversed the clock on our civility. We have seen the capture of the electoral process through bribery, cheating, and stealing, denying the people of the right to choose freely and fairly government of the people, by the people, for the people. We have seen the theft of billions of dollars from the sale of our citizenship earned to fund the development of Dominica for all Dominicans disappear into the hands of foreign friends of the Labour Party regime. We have seen the development of an economy that works for outsiders and not for the people of Dominica. We have seen the neglect of youth, the inadequate health care and other social services as the people of Dominica spiral deeper and deeper into poverty. The national development efforts of the past 2 decades have not worked because they have moved the narrative on economic advancement further and further away from the worthwhile dream of a national development philosophy that is in harmony with our true nature island character and identity.
It is a decision made by the United Workers' Party that has prevented Dominica from being more developed.
Leadership is everything, but to say what we see, to call leaders to account, hold them responsible, and push ahead for change in the most civil, peaceful, law-abiding ways is in the mind of Zed Lloyd, empowerment for the prevention of development. And then after all that fancy talk, we come to true colors. What is really eating out Zed Lloyd is hatred of Marigot people. Front and center, Lennox Linton and former Prime Minister Edison James.
Because if Edison James had not done what he's still doing, which is engineering leadership in the United Workers' Party, Julius Timothy would have led Dominica and the United Workers' Party into government for at least 15, 20 years, and Dominica would have been first world in the goddamn Caribbean.
So you don't even know that Julius Timothy left the United Workers' Party and joined the Labour Party in government under Roosevelt Skerritt, who he said was better than him. The best of the best from both sides, together as one. That's your dream combination. And you're still blaming Marigot people and chatting foolishness about territorial control?
There is a manipulative process within that institution to ensure territorial control of its decisions. And I'm here to tell Mr. James, every time it has been utilized, it has failed the country. Decisions have to be made in terms of national interests, not political maneuvering and control. When Lennox was handpicked by Edison, that was not national interest, that was territorial interest. And I'm telling you, man, bro, Dominica not going to continue on that foolishness.
You know what is real foolishness, Zed Lloyd? This notion that after 35 years of successfully or unsuccessfully chasing the American dream, you can claim some sort of moral authority to dictate to anyone in Dominica anything about dealing with your unmet expectations. I'm really sorry for you, but that's on you.
Right again, we see now the same hand of territorial interest coming to interfere in the process of the people.
What process? Of what people? You mean the process of the people from the same operational structure of the United Workers' Party that elected Thomson Fontaine from Grand Forks, political leader of the United Workers' Party, at a delegates convention in Marigot in the presence of Edison James and Lennox Linton?
And sometimes people talk about helping and I'm helping and I'm helping and I'm helping. Sometimes helping is stepping aside and letting the others do what they have to do. The help we need is for folks like Edison James and Lennox Linton to understand that the era of political maneuvering in Dominica is over. It's over. I don't care how many followers you have. Step aside. You cannot be president and all this disarray going on in your party, and your silence is so deafening that it is more weapon than peace.
So you see what I'm talking about? He colludes with others to create the perception of mayhem in the party, resulting from some manufactured conflict between the political leader and the president that the president is responsible for. The same president who is supposed to step aside is blasted for not stepping in to stop him and his Decale crew from exercising their right to publicly crucify a party they do not like but desperately want to control. Now pay a little attention to the angry tone of Zed Lloyd.
So man have to step aside, brethren. You had your limelight, you had your spotlight. Step aside. This time around, bro, I'm warning all you fellas. Get all your act together. Get all your act together because time running out for the United Workers' Party.
With love, devotion, surrender, Edison James and Lennox Linton from Marigot are in Dominica, exercising their human agency in the cause of a better Dominica. Zed Lloyd, who has not visited Dominica for more than 3 decades, is warning them and threatening them. He wants to cancel them.
It has been a vacuum. All there has been is noise. And this shit is not going to continue, brethren.
I'm happy you realize that the sound and fury of your noise through the years amount to nothing but vacuous hate rants against Marigot people to curry favor with Roosevelt Garrett. You have arrived. Be patient. Don't burst any blood vessels now. Your cool out is coming soon.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95, the latest happening event, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay locked for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95, the big station.
It's 8:39 in the morning. Oh, some are saying, well, Mr. Lennox Linton should have never responded to the utterances of Zed Lloyd. Others say, good for you, Mr. Zed Lloyd. Why poke yourself in these people's business? It's 8:40 in the morning. Hello, talk to me. It's an open line. Morning.
Good morning, Mato.
Morning to you. Morning.
Oh boy, I'm happy for our president, Mr. Lennox Linton. I would want you to give me a nip, you know? Oh, no. Not at all. Take it, Zed Lloyd, and do what you have to do with it. Mr. Linton, well done. Thank you very much.
On the telephone, 8:40. Hello, yes?
Mr. Pelty.
Yes, sir.
But you like trouble, boy, Matt. Matt, how come you like to stop trouble like that, boy, Matt? Matt, brilliant response to somebody of relevance, like a politician. You know, on the political stage, you see Mr. Linton, no wonder people like, let me not call his name, and many others, they're jealous of the brother because they cannot believe a man they claiming that is uneducated, which is not so. That's a dirty, stinking lie from the pit of hell. They can say, I am uneducated. When they listen to him, they who claim they're educated, my jealousy and envy and grudge and hatred, they are driven by. How can a man we claim that the uneducated can be so brilliant? I will not say articulate, brilliant. And that's a sakika fan koyola we mat. And I will still stand my ground, Matt, that is wasting intellectual and intelligence and common sense on a non-entity. Because, Matt, it's a distraction to deflect attention from the relevant and current issues, I will say it. Electoral reform, the billions of dollars that are disappearing, The Chinese that are encroaching, if not already have annexed Dominica, extending the territory, the great land of China. All right, taking Dominica, Matt. So I am really seeing it's a very good game. Yesterday, Matt, I listened to you and somebody tell me, you don't call it Matt. I say, me, I'm going to add insult to injury. You know, and all them co-shoni that is being discussed, and I'm not referring to the guests you had on the program. Matt, the foolishness I'm talking about is all the different multifaceted contribution of irrelevance and insignificance that is not helping me myself. Sometimes I contributed to it. Matt. And that is why I like to come and say, you know something on reflection, Matt, I apologize. Have you heard that many times, Matt, since I called in your program? You there with me, sir?
Summer, yeah. Sorry.
So, Matt, I am just saying we need to step back before we move forward. You see the characteristics or the function of the bow and the arrow. The further you pull back the bow is the further the arrow flies. So do not be distracted, my brethren, and let, people that which I suspect may be paid to really cause problem in the country and confusion and division, indecisiveness and all of that. Let us keep focus, because the criminals may be planning another hijack again, and Dominicans have to stand up, be resolute, be militant, and be the word I'm looking for them at, to eternally on your guard, Matt. We have to stand on our guard, vigilance, Matt. And we can, let me not use the other word before Matt radio station.
All right, caller. Thank you very much. It's 8:44. 8:44 is the morning time. Hello, talk to me. Yes.
Matt, this is Rambo.
Hi, Nurse. How are you?
Oh, Matt, here is a government gets laughable. I would like to congratulate Mr. Linton and his wife with their 2 children who graduated in the States, and they were up there. I don't know if it's young yet. I want to tell them I love them. I want to tell them be sweet as they are. And I want to tell them God will take care of them. When I see the 2 children, get their how you call it now, Matt?
A certificate?
Your certificate and thing. Matt, I say, yes, that is a Marigot man. And I clap for Marigot people. Mr. James and Mr. Linton, that's Nurse Rample. I born in Pottersville. I grew up in Marigot. And you all are brilliant minds in Dominica. You all just study work on earth until God is ready for you. I would like you all to continue your work with no vexation, with the Spirit of God. Let's ask God to help all you. I'm 110% behind all you. Nobody come in front of my man about politics. I don't hear. I don't know. That's not my ball. I am a senior citizen, but I went to take a blood test yesterday. It haven't got enough to take a blood test for me. So much I couldn't get the blood test. A CBC Matt. Nurse Rample worked for 38 years and 9 months, and I cannot get a blood test. Matt, you know that hurts? Matt, a blood test, what I telling you?
A blood test.
Matt, you understanding me? I'll go for medication. I cannot get it. Matt, Scary just need to go and rest his head. I don't hate him as an individual and Dominican, but Scary has done enough. That young man that went up in Marigot there, boy, I just laughing. You're good there, Papa. Matt, I love Marigot people with a passion. And I'll be there to vote for them at any time I can. If I cannot vote, I'll support them. Matt, have a blessed day in Jesus, eh? Bye-bye.
Have a blessed day in Jesus, too. It's 8:46 in the morning. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Morning.
Yes,
I want to tell that Lloyd to put his head in a bucket of shit.
Why wouldn't you say that? That's all you have to say? Come on, let's be more constructive than that. 8:46, don't know this personal attack. Hello, talk to me.
Good morning, Matt. I sure you expected my call.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm good. But I want to say I'm so very proud of the Honorable Lennox L. Linton. Too many people want to give him blows. Fire on them. Straighten them out. That's what we want. No holding back. Thank you.
Okay, hello on the telephone. It's 8:46. Talk to me, yeah?
Hi, good morning, Matt. How are you doing?
Morning to you.
Well, I'd like to say congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Linton. Matt, their 2 beautiful children were graduated sometime last week, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
That was beautiful. They were not the ones. A couple of years ago, I saw a child being graduated with just a father and son with how you call that? With a paper in their hand. Well, I saw that one on a different light with father, son, and everybody around the graduation table. That's what we call a graduation. But let me said something. Mr. Linton wasn't handpicked by Mr. James. Mr. Linton was picked by the delegates. Who picked him, Zed Lloyd? At Cassie Bruce, overwhelmingly. Zed Lloyd, he was handpicked by Mr. James. If Mr. James had asked him to come in the ring and the people, the delegates, did not vote for him, he wouldn't be there, Zed Lloyd. Well, even the last one, overwhelmingly, he was there to be the president. So stop how they calling it?
Ranting and raving.
Ranting and raving. Matt, they have a thing saying, Pawal Pashai, say we poski met. Because somebody might tell you something big, and you give them a simple answer, and they can take their head and put it in a call vote. So, give Mr. Linton a break, please. Mr. Linton has opened the eyes of Dominicans. If Dominicans are doing what they're supposed to do to help save their country, Mr. Linton alone cannot do it. He have done a lot from the 2012, even before that. Mr. Linton used to be all around the country, Matt. I followed Mr. Linton from years, Matt. Nighttime week, in that village, with vehicles, we there before he was called to the bar. I would call it to the bar of being in the political ring, Matt. Can you remember that with the people, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
All over the country, Matt. Mr. Linton in a transport going to educate the Dominican people on how our country should be. But what the Dominicans do, Dominicans petty looking for little thing they can get, and they're happy for I get it. Can you blame Mr. Linton if a person said that doesn't want to vote because they are afraid to come out, because they're afraid to do this, they're afraid to do that? Why blame Mr. Linton for that? Why blame Mr. James for that? Is not Mr. James that in the people's head? Mr. James haven't got a gun to the people's head. Why blame them? So Zed Lloyd, take a seat there. Whoever was supposed to give you the Dominica passport, if you didn't get it, tell them to call the man that's supposed to get it for you to get it for you. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you, Blue Blue. 8:50 is the morning time. Somebody says, "Good morning, Matt. Nes Dairample is correct because this morning my daughter went to do a blood test, and she could not have done it because they said they are not doing blood tests today. Before time, anytime you go to hospital for blood tests, it was done. So what is going on here? Why are people going home without doing blood tests?" As a question, only the health authorities can answer. Hello, talk to me, yeah?
Yes, Matt, good morning.
Morning to you, sir.
Yeah, Matt, sometimes when people make certain statements, I doesn't want to answer them because when you answer them, you're making them feel like they macho. They like what they see, that you challenge them. But when you want to attack a man like Mr. Edison James, the former Prime Minister of Dominica, a man that was in government and stood up for the people of Dominica, when them rich people and them bourgeoisies have tell Mr. Edison James about how to run the country. I remember when Mr. Edison James tell them, do not tell me how to run this country. I there for the people of Dominica, not for some people. I am there to stand up for the people of Dominica, which means everybody. Mr. Edison James put duty-free on building material, where all young men could have built their house. Duty-free on building material, duty-free on four-wheel drive transport for farmers. To avoid 2x2, everywhere you go, people was working. Mr. Edison James try his best and do what he has to do as a prime minister in Dominica. That man is a hero. When you want to come and attack a man like Mr. Lennox Linton that put his life and his family life at risk to stand up for Dominica, give us so much information of what is happening. Right now, Mr. Linton is the one that preventing Skerrit from doing what he really wants to do in Dominica. There is the things Skerrit wants to do. He cannot do it because Mr. Linton owned him like a leech. Every move he make Mr. Linton know, and he exposing him. That man stood up for Dominica. That man still standing for Dominica. And all you want to come and attack this two man, my brother, and expect people to come and support you with that. My brother, you have to will and come again. Man, have a good day.
All right, thank you very much. Somebody says here on the WhatsApp, Matt, I disagree. Sometimes you have to lower the decibels of noise. Said and others constantly attack Lennox. Mr. Linton, you do damn right. Dragging his backside. Useless, always ranting. It was timely and perfect. Somebody's now supporting Mr. Lennox Linton for the response to Zed Lloyd he gave earlier this week. Are you there, caller?
Hello, Matt.
Yes, I'm here.
Good morning, Matt.
Morning to you, sir.
Yeah, Matt, I am very happy that our president came and, had a few words to say about that thing by, that expose by, what's his name?
Mr. Zed Lloyd.
Mr. Zed Lloyd. Matt, I remember many years ago, a friend of mine from Portsmouth, very, very big Labourite, this guy. And he asked me a question in the early days, of the United Workers' Party. That would be somewhere in the late 90s to the early 2000s. And he asked me if the United Workers' Party has a propaganda committee. So I told him, well, not that I'm aware of. And he said, boy, are you joking? Labour always have their committee where they will get together and they will make up something, they will frame up something and throw it on you and then have you now defending them while you should be going ahead with your point. You have to be backtracking and trying to defend something that they put on you. So, Matt, this is what I look at the utterances of the gentleman is. When he said that as though the Honorable Lennox Linton was just gifted the leadership of the party by Mr. Edison James, that is totally untrue. Because I was a member of the nominations committee at the time, and no matter whether the leader recommends you, but my friend, the action takes place on the floor at the delegate convention. So whether you are recommended or sometimes when I was on the committee, we would put forward a few names and it goes on the vote, it goes to a vote on the floor, and sometimes the names that we put forward they get beaten. So this is democracy. Now, Matt, another point, there is that talk about Timothy. I have been hearing that for many, many years. People believe that that as though we just took Earl as leader. Matt, that Sunday when we had our delegate convention, Matt, we came up prepared. I had my team here from Portsmouth. We had the Cottage constituency and a number of other constituencies were all geared up. And Timothy was our man. Julius Timothy was one of the most popular figures in the United Workers' Party at the time. One of the most popular. And I can tell you, Matt, there's absolutely no way that Earl Williams could beat Julius Timothy on the floor at a nomination committee, at a delegate convention of United Workers' Party. But Matt, when we got up there, everybody's asking, where is team? Where is team? Nobody's seeing team, and everybody's wondering what is going on. It is alleged that team may have gone to Makushwi, the cricket or whatever. That is what it was alleged. But anyway, he was not there for the vote. And most people were disappointed because they came prepared. I myself from Portsmouth and the Cottage constituency, we came there ready to vote for Julius Timothy. So that talk about as though, people were handed position. Nobody's handed any position in the United Workers' Party. Everything goes on the floor on that delegate convention, my friend. And that is where you have to prove your madness. Have a good morning, Matt.
Have a good morning, too. It's already 8:56 in the morning. Let's take one break and we'll come right back. We'll come back. Stick around.
Specific.
Mr. Linton, well done. Well done. There is a time to respond and there is a time to remain quiet. Too many Dominicans in the diaspora trying to micromanage what is going on the ground in Dominica. Too many. And Matt, I just want to encourage Mr. Linton and the UWP, just keep on going forward. What many people are overlooking is that many of the elections that took place in Dominica were never won by the Labour Party. It was stolen. It was rigged. And many folks are overlooking that. Even Joshua Francis is overlooking that. And it is time for our people to come together to deal with that monster, that evil that's going on in Dominica. And Mr. Z. Lloyd, you have been out for so long. Why are you trying to micromanage what is going on the ground in Dominica? Too many of us out there in the diaspora trying to micromanage things. Man, it is just ridiculous. Take care. Bye-bye.
Let's go back to the telephone. It's 8:59, 1 minute before the hour of 9 o'clock in the morning. Talk to me.
Matt.
I'm here.
Brother Zed is not the only one that should be getting that scolding this morning. He deserves the scolding, but he's not the only one. Two other frequent flyer callers, staunch supporters of the UWP, have sent out numerous voice notes putting extreme division in the UWP, and they were both given a pass. Why pick on Z only? What about the two other high-profile frequent callers who have sent out numerous voice notes putting so much division, extreme division in the UWP, and they were given a free pass, Matt? So Z is not the only one that should have been given that scolding. Have a blessed day, my brother.
Have a blessed day, Peter Caram. Thank you very much. 9 o'clock in Dominica. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Matt, good morning to you, Matt.
Morning
How
to
are
you. Morning to you.
Matt, let me say straight up, Lennox Linton is human, and sometimes we have to really answer to certain things, Matt. Matt, Z. Lloyd know for a fact that what he's saying there is totally untrue with regards to United Workers' Party being an asset to Labour Party for the past 24 years. We know how Labour Party and why Labour Party is still in government, Matt. We know that Z. Lloyd and them, they're too bright, Matt. Matt, on another note now, yesterday you had our good friend Paul Alexander on the air spreading some lies with regard. Matt, you remember Paul Alexander saying that the government of the Virgin Islands accommodate people from Dominica Republic in the certain polling station when election is held in Dominica Republic. Did you remember hearing him saying that yesterday, Matt? Matt,
yes.
You see Paul Alexander, he's my friend, but lies and lies. Matt, that is untrue, Matt. That is untrue. Matt, Paul needs to stop misleading people just to want to accommodate people. They want to have their kind of cocoa macaque to see they can win a next election in Dominica. So that they're coming with all them dumb shit. That is lie. Paul, stop telling lie to the nation and to the people of Dominica. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Again, for based on my information, outsiders will not be welcome to the meeting taking place there in St. Thomas this weekend. Hello, if you feel you are
Good morning,
friend.
Matt.
Good morning to you. How are you doing?
Not too bad.
Okay.
Matt,
Mhm.
24 years UWP in opposition. They should have step aside and let the new party get what they can get. Bye-bye.
That's all you're gonna say? All right. 902 again is your opinion. Hello, talk to me. Yes.
Man, good morning. Good morning, man.
Morning.
Man, my name is Justus Marshall.
How
Good
you
morning.
doing? How you doing?
And man, I wanted you to play this song after I'd spoken the last time, when the man make the request, because you were not going to play it for me, in reference to me. You played it in reference to his request, so it's for him. But anyway, man, let me just tell you, Matt, I want to again say, I love the principle of Lennox Linton. I adore it. And Dominican, I'm not going to say have, because there's still an opportunity, but they are missing the element of some prudence, good governance, love, care, a certain level of honesty, by openness, somebody you'll be able to look at and in his face judge him on what he himself have, spoken of. And I adore this. I still call Lennox a very young man. I adore him because Lennox Linton, he have taken his blows, Matt. Matt, you have taken your blows. People call you also to me, Matt, in reference to UWP and politics. People give you blows, Matt. And I do not understand what. And Matt, what Dominica wants again, Matt, what are they looking for again? What, Matt? We are in a state that Dominicans need to just close up shop on the present government. I don't know if the guy understood what I was saying, but I saw in words today because I cannot believe we keep saying one man, boy, one man have Dominica under what it is today. Uno, one, and we are Dominicans, and we are Dominicans who have walked the walk, who have talked the talk, and we crucifying Lennox Linton and Blessings and Blue and many people. Boy, I'm in the diaspora, and I am not one who wants to micromanage, because I myself, I want to see Dominica thrive, come up. I want to see Dominica grow. I want Dominicans to be independent. When I walk Dominica, I don't want to be asked. 17 friends I meet will ask me a drink. I want them to be able to tell me, look, I drink, man, things good. And Matt, is just sad that is where we are. And we continue to cry about one man, Roosevelt Skerrit. But that's why I will say Roosevelt Skerrit is the best in his utterances. That man is the best. You can imagine how he dragging these guys to do these things, to say these things in reference to Dominica and governance. Boy, boy, or you can crucify the people who truly give all you some leadership. Crucify them. Crucify them. And all you'll continue to hide, and all of us will continue to bow our heads, and all of us will continue not to be honest with each other for Dominica to get somewhere. My brother, Matt, you have suffered. Lennox Linton has suffered. Brian himself has suffered. Blessings have suffered. I look at Angelo Allen suffered. I look at Afi Martin suffered. I look at so many other people suffering by Matt joking. Matt, I don't even worry about I myself as a person, because you see where I come from, the Bayside, but I know nothing much. I do nothing much. Matt, it's just hurtful to see that Dominicans can, after 20 years, still talking about one man have them in distress. And Dominicans want me to continue following that crap about that one man business killing Dominica. But if we don't stop somewhere, something will stop us.
All right, caller, thank you very much. Let's take a voice note there from Mr. Roy Williams, the Sogo Fly, I think they call him. Let's listen.
Good morning, Matt. I just would like to support or agree with Mr. Corbett on what he just said in terms of the way things were being done before. For instance, in the Labour Party, when Mr. LeBlanc certainly resigned, he decided he was not going to give support to anyone. And the forefronters were Patrick John and Amo. I can remember a week or so before the convention at the parish hall, we in the Goodwill, Fokuli area, let's put it, the Goodwill area, decided we were going to support Patrick John. And a number of people in the Roseau area decided they were going to support Mr. Amo. With the help of Desiree, we went ahead and campaigned for Patrick in Fokuli, everywhere. Word reached Amo that Patrick John was getting Patrick John was getting a lot of support because it was his impression, or the impression of a lot of people in Roseau, that the successor to LeBlanc was going to be Amo, because your deputy political leader. On the day of the delegate conference, the man, I don't know if he just thought he had already won, he did not turn up, just like Corbett just said. Amo did not turn up, so definitely the people at the delegate conference decided they're going to select Patrick John. That is how Patrick John was selected, you know. Patrick John wasn't just given the leadership by Mr. LeBlanc. Amo did not turn up that Sunday. We went and we voted for Patrick John. He became political leader, and subsequently he became prime minister. Exactly what the UWP did, according to Mr. Corbett. You have a nice day, Matt.
On the last Thursday of every month, get up to 20% discount of various items in the store between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. But wait, there's more. Also, look out for what Seal Today offer for an even bigger discount. You can't miss out on this retail savings. So come to Auto Trade on Thrifty Thursday. At Auto Trade, it's more than a vehicle, it's a relationship. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, it's 9:10 in the morning. Somebody says, well, it said, Mr. Linton, you are a pillar of strength. Not much can do it like you. You are blessed by the Almighty. They wish they could articulate like you, but even they cram it. Cannot happen. And kudos to you and your kids, and many happiness to your family and life. Love you, Mr. Linton, to the max. Somebody saying there, 449-309-596 and 97. Hello, talk to me.
Matt, me again. Matt,
You're back, yes.
Roosevelt Skerrit give for our reform.
Last date, he said he would I think it was somewhere middle of April. He said he would discuss some issues around that.
And Matt, today's what?
May 15th.
Good. So now
April 15th, sorry. April 15th.
You see that reform business, we cannot get that until Roosevelt Skerrit technique a way of winning election if in case he gives us reform. Because every time we get reform, it's bye-bye for the winning legacy for the Labour Party. Roosevelt Skerrit and his people know that. So they have to find a way. How are they going to win an election in Dominica if they give reform? Roosevelt Skerrit will spend all his money to get that way. And in spending his money, he's not going to spend it on labor rights because labor rights will not give him that way because they don't know. So what he's going to do is he's going to attack the people that is against him, but they one foot in and they 1 foot out, and they all for vanity and money. So he's going to attack them so that they can attack the United Workers' Party, so that they can break down the United Workers' Party. So this is what's happening now. So when you get people coming and talk about Mr. Linton and Mr. Edison James cannot lead, and the United Workers' Party they're ready yet, and blah, 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 and they want to make new party, don't worry that. Don't worry that. What we have to ask them is, what is the offer? What is it Roosevelt carried offer? The method we have to ask them. And when you see people like, well, I recall people name, people come and give statement and things, ask them what is the offer? How much money he offer them? And that's what we that is what Roosevelt is going to do. He's going to start spending his money to put us against each other so that when he gives us our reform, they can still win the general election. That is what's going to happen there. Man, have a good day.
All right, have a good day. Have a good day. Yes, did I say Sogo Fly? No, it's Bogoroy there. And let me just say a quick good morning to Sogo Fly there at the hospital, I've been told. Speedy recovery. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yeah?
Morning, Matt.
Morning to you.
Peter Karam is so right. I'm very disappointed. If you respond to all. Blessings and Brian, you should have put them in their place too. Because it is at the only peril of scary to them.
Hello, talk to me on the telephone, 913. Yes, good morning. Talking to you.
Morning, Mr. Peltier. How we doing, bro?
Morning to you, yes.
Mr. Peltier, you know, I've been listening to the radio yesterday and today. Why it ain't easy getting on your show, but let me on with it. Give thanks for the praises of the Most High for this day, man. Mr. Peltier, what I've been listening on this radio station between yesterday with the new party, there are some statements made that we don't have time to really go through and analyze, but I will deal with the one currently on the table. I heard the comment of Zed, and I heard it on a online forum, and I responded to it. And that's his analysis. It was great in his form, shape, and how he made it. But it was a baseless argument that he's making, because any man who has been paying attention to the election and the political situation in Dominica for the last 20 some odd years knows what's taking place. The people has been wronged by the incumbent because they have taken the people's resources and used it against them. You cannot put that on the doorstep of Mary God. You cannot put it on the doorstep of Mr. Linton or Edison James. And if Zed is listening, which I know he is, right? You cannot blame a party for losing election that has been stolen for the last 20-something years. When people are rigging and stealing election, how are you going to call that a fair fight? It is not a fair fight, man. Listen, the track record of the UWP when they won showed the ability to run the country and be effective. So now they're trying to get things together. The issue at hand now, the guys are trying to take the government through the wire to find the country's money that they could do things right. If Zed want to make a comment on someone Zed want to see right in Dominica, this is where he should be going, trying to find the people's money to make things right in the country, because I cannot be stealing from you, Matt, and you think you're going to win me in any fight because you are already at a deficit, because I got you where I want you. So the whole thing that I'm listening, we've been too tribalistic about these things and not really thoughtful and seeing the cause and effect of certain people's actions versus where if you have a fair and equal fight, then you could criticize the UWP, then you could criticize Mr. James or Mr. Linton if you want. But it's a baseless argument Zed is making, and I hear too many people calling with all kind of nonsense talking about, well, the UWP should give up, all kind of nonsense. And I heard some of this stuff yesterday. And like I told you before, some of the arguments and the nonsense we come on the radio, we don't think, man. We just like regurgitate and say anything without any prior thought or whatever. Matt, I'm listening. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. It's 9:16. There's so many issues to explore. Again, it's just an open line. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Yes, man. Now we have 15 extra, especially
$15?
$15, especially small household, right?
Okay.
Give
For
Dawasco
for water. Okay.
for water. Dawasco, we have people we know that is why we Dominicans we really have to put our heads together and stand up for something. Otherwise, we'll fall for anything. Man, we have been getting some bad water sometimes from Dawasco. So we are calling on Dawasco right now. We pay if we have to pay an extra $15. Dawasco, we're supposed to get better water than we get in there. A clean water system that was good. Do that for us, the people that have to give you the $15 extra because your water may be killing a lot of us technically. Yes, maybe. That may be happening to us. So we need a clean source of water from Dawasco for the 15 and 800 and know how much money we have to be paying extra because what they pass on to the merchants what the merchants have to pay going to pass on to us too.
Are you saying you're not getting value for money, Blue Blue?
No, we are not getting value for money, Matt. You should be aware that you live in Port Michel, Matt. Dawasco water sometimes not be always dirty. Rain don't fall, the water dirty. And we have to pay. Give us value for our money, Dawasco. If we have to pay that money, give us value for our money. People of Dominica, stand up. Papa Bodje. I can tell you now. It looks like they really buried that flag of Dominica in the Atasi Cemetery. It's time that we go and exhume that flag before it completely rotten because Dominica is decaying. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Let's take a quick break and we'll come back. So many complaints, huh? So many complaints. I have a elderly guy. He's walking in, he's concerned about, his animals being missing. Have gone missing there. 5 goats in that Imsol area. He wants to make a notice about that. So if you know anything about 5 goats missing in the area of Imsol, please let him know. Let's see if we can get a little, we have to welcome everybody. This is what we're about. And, share some concerns from everybody. We're going to take a break. We'll come right back and you'll hear from the farmer. Or maybe missing some goats. 2 minutes. Some villagers in the Kingston area calling the mayor to do something about the drains. They claim are very dirty in that area. So, Madam Mayor tried to address the issue of the dirty drains in Kingston. Everybody seems to want something to say, The farmers are crying. Everybody seems crying. Now I have this farmer, everybody wants to bring their problems. We can't solve every problem, but we can give you a chance maybe to speak about your problems here on Q95, especially on a Wednesday. It's an open line. So what's your problem?
Well, what happened? My problem is the Wednesday before Easter. When I went and checked my goat, it was all right. But the following the same day, but I came a little late, and then I went and checked it. And when I go, it was not around. So I have been searching, and then eventually somebody tell me, well, they took my goats, and it's not mine alone. They took 5 of my goats.
In what area?
In Coptal.
Coptal.
Yeah.
Did you report that to the police?
Yes. How many times?
So
I went to police. Police they say they take my
statement.
My statement. When I go back to them, there's no statement on the book, nothing written on the book. So I find that was strange. But I said, well, how come I give you my all the detail? And the following day I go back to them and asking them, what happened? Or you never call me. I tell all you certain things what you all could assist in. And they never go. They never come back and tell me nothing.
So the police left your report alone.
Yes, it seems so.
They did nothing about it.
Nothing.
So 5 of the goats are now missing.
Yes.
So what do you plan to do about that?
Well, I don't know. No, I really don't know.
Do you have any indication as to who may have taken your goats?
Well, I give them all the detail, tell them where the goat have been, and up to now they never come back and tell me, well, they get the goat or whatever. But I understood. Somebody told me that the police and them take 2 of the goats and bring up to Monburs.
Really?
I don't know how true it is, but they tell me they had some goats at Silver Lake, and then I don't know what happened because I was waiting for an answer.
So have you told them about person saying that they may have taken the goats to Monburs?
Yes, I told them that the police tell me, a partner tell me the police and them take 2 of the goats and bring Monburs. But I don't know how true it is.
Well, you don't know, you can't confirm that.
Right.
So you should want to you should want to ask them about that.
The police?
Yeah, ask them. It's your goat, so you have to ask.
What happened? I cannot get the partner that take the partner that take down my
information.
Yes.
So
up to now, I haven't seen him.
Do you have a telephone number?
Yes, I do.
Can you give us your telephone number? So maybe somebody might see your goats in the area.
612
1318.
1318. Yeah. How big are the goats? Small goats?
Well, we'd have 2 of them that small, and the others, the balance is big goats.
So how long have you been rearing these goats there? For a few years?
Not too long. A few years, but not that long.
Okay. And you want your goats back?
Exactly.
Well, you have to go back to the police, I imagine, because they're the only ones that
can... yesterday I went to them, not one of them telling me A and Z, no? Not one of them telling me that. None of them cannot tell me, well, the thing is written on the book. She didn't tell me, well, the thing is not written on the book. One of the police.
So you think somebody stole your goats?
Yeah. Because I'm not the only one that they stole the book. How many goats they stole already, you know?
In that same area?
Yes.
Area.
No, not in the same area. Different area.
So there are reports of stolen goats in the Coptal area?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if you have your goats, you'll be very, very careful at this time, okay? But again, thanks for coming and making the report. Somebody may have noticed your goats and may know something. So
yeah, because of a interview, we might go and make a search to see if we can get it in Silver Lake. So I don't know.
How old are you?
I am 81. 80.
81. You should be doing something else, resting yourself.
Well, I'm a person that cannot rest.
You can't rest.
I can't rest. I always at it, and that makes me feel good. Make me feel good.
Well, I'm happy you could come and tell us your story about your missing goats. I'm hoping the police can assist you as well.
Police assist?
All right. Well, we'll talk again sometime. Thanks for coming. Okay. This man wants to talk about his missing goats. 5 goats missing there in the Coptal area. So if you notice these goats, thank you, sir. Thank you. This guy has been coming there for the past 2 days about his missing goats. So maybe there's somebody who knows something about his goats, and he gave his number, so you can report it back to him. On the telephone, yes?
Yeah, Matt, 2 things quickly.
Yes,
Matt, you have heard Peter Karam crying on what Labour Party did to him and how they neglect him as a Labourite. You have heard that, Matt?
I've heard that, yes.
Through the campaign election and where they buying vehicles from other companies and they don't buying vehicles by them. And then, Peter, if you're looking to create more confusion than there is, that's a good way, but you still will be secondary to the Dominica Lethal Party. I just wanted to say that, Matt. But the other thing I want you, if you get in touch with Mr. Etinoff, tell him what role can he play in concluding what is a disaster based on the surplus of maybe after collecting $8 million and more dollars, because based on the $100, the $800 and how much they put on domestic business, medium business, and commercial business. When that money is in that, let's say, a reserve fund, Mr. Etinoff, would you have any say what is a disaster, or the money is just going to disappear like all the monies that have disappeared in Dominica at the expense of struggling people in a dying economy, Mr. Etinoff? And I see you came there and you were, Matt asked you about another 10 minutes and you say, well, about a 5. Matt, am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
So I am just saying, Matt, with all what that is happening in Dominica, we are quite skilled in deflecting our attention to foolishness. I would say, Matt, because a lot of people want me think they can tell me, oh, I call in 295 too much. I am protesting too much on my foot. I suffering for years going on crutches. Police hit me with helmet, take police helmet, send it in crowd, fighting, cursing, and all kind of things, risking arrest and brutality. Oh, but they must be careful if the latter, Matt. You check?
Mm-hmm.
So when some people sit in the comfort zone and think they can just call and create confusion more than there is, not contributing to the substantive argument to resolve the wars of this land, Matt. Matt, Chinese, the third point I want to make, Chinese has taken over Dominica. Mr. Karam, are you not concerned about how the Chinese are taking the whole of Roseau? They're buying property, they're building apartments, they have every little store selling inferior garbage. Dominica has become their dump rubbish. And Matt, the skilled men have to be running Totola, Anguilla, St. Louis, everywhere, and they cannot get work in their own country. Every major infrastructural project has been given to the Chinese. The electoral reform, Matt, it is not even on a burner, much as for the back burner. And when I criticize or critique these politicians within UWP, I keep in their damn feet to the fire. I'm not like you, Peter Karam, that have created a monster out of spirit. When you feel your family company is being deprived of what is rightly due to you as a Dominican, you can cry out loud. But all the corruption, all the crimes, all the how they're depriving Dominicans from what is due to them, your lips is zipped. My brethren, you know they're hearing me. I can call out Linton. I can call out Thompson. I can call out people to tell them you're not going to be like Skerrit under my watch, because I support in your political party. I'm not a member, but I'm a supporter. I'm a voter. I'm not UWP. I know all you're confused, and I want to confuse all you even more. Learn to think critically and look at things in the proper context rather than just calling and run up all your mouth like me. I trying to make sense, so have a blessed day.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. There's so many reports of so many things to talk about, huh? But we give everybody a chance. Hello, talk to me on the telephone.
The House of Nyabingi, the University of the Western Days Open Campus, the Cultural Division and the Dominica Reparations Committee present Africa Day Celebrations 2024. Rally Round Reparations at the UE Open Campus, Africa Village.
Thank you where you come from. As long as you're a black man, you're an African.
Thursday, May 23, symbolizing the educational component. Educational exhibition by the schools. Teachings and school cultural activities at 7 p.m. Panel discussion, the topic, health and reparations. Panelists include Dr. Irvin Pascal, Jacqueline Primo, and Dr. Benjamin. Moderated by Dr. David Johnson.
My African spirit, guide
and protect. Friday, May 24, symbolizing Africa Dress Day and Health Component. Symbolizing in healthy foods, natural eating, Africa fashion display, and evening with poetry, drumming, and more. Africa Unite. Saturday, May 25th, Africa Day, symbolizing the spiritual, cultural component. Africa Day Rally, tribute to cultural icon Rasmo. Award ceremony, recognition to Mama Nats for her enduring contribution to Africa health consciousness. Caribbean link up with addresses. The gathering for unity, for reparation, artists, music, poetry, drumming, celebration. On Sunday, May 26, 12 noon, memorial celebration for Desmond Delmans Marcel Moses Rasmo at White River in Point Milan. Partners include QFM The Big Station, Creole Habit, House of Nayabingi, and more. Africa Day celebrations 2024, May 23rd to May 26th. Right round reparations. Digicel is celebrating 18 years of keeping Dominica connected. 18 years of bringing you advanced technology, the fastest LTE network. And we are excited to give our customers more savings, more data, more for you. Win your share of $18,000 in cash and prizes, $500 weekly, utility vouchers, grocery vouchers. Sign up for a postpaid and get a handset for only $50, plus 50% off for 3 months. Plus 18 gigabytes more on us. Switch and get a 30-day plan for only $50. Enjoy endless data and anywhere minutes, plus 18 gigabytes more on us. Activate a 5-day plan or higher and get 18 gigabytes more on us. Visit us in store or speak to an agent today. It's more for you on the fastest LTE network as we celebrate 18 years in this beautiful island. Thank you, Dominica. Digicel and Dominica, better together.
All right, Dominic, it's already 9:34. We have another stop coming up. There's this book launching tomorrow that we want to talk about for a few minutes. From Miss Venaline John. Of course, I'm coming from the St. Joe community. All writers in their own rights, launching another children's book. I want to talk a little about that this morning. So we're talking about everything, right? This is Q95. I want to talk about a book launching at this time. Good morning to you. How you doing, Verlin? Huh? How are you? Venaline? Venaline, right? That's the name?
Yeah, Venaline Justina.
Justina John.
Yes.
All right. What's going on tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I'm launching 3 books.
3 books?
Yes.
Is it a series of books or just...
I have just started a series of books. I have published books before.
Okay.
But this time I'm doing a series of books because I have quite a few, at least 10 more books to put out. And I have 2 children's books, 1 poetry book, Words That Play, and a children's storybook, Trip to Cicero Place, and an adult poetry book, Words in Bloom. Basically, this trip to Cicero Place is based on an owl that used to be in the cathedral,
Mm-hmm.
and I made a story on that.
You said an owl?
Yes,
Okay.
that used to be in the that used to be in the ceiling of the cathedral.
Ah,
And
interesting.
I used to be going to the cathedral very often, and it used to be there.
What is
and I made a story about
I said, what is the story behind that?
The story is that the owl met its friend, the dove, and they decided to go to Cicero Place because there is this owl, this parrot that was in the garden,
Mm-hmm.
and they would visit the parrot, which was their friend, and the parrot told them about Cicero Place, and they decided to take a trip. And the book basically talks about the trip from the cathedral down to Woodbridge Bay, down to Mont Daniel, and the parrots, the owl would sleep during the day, and then they would decide to get up very early and travel
Mhm.
in the wee hours of the morning because the dove itself could not travel at night. Until they reached in the Cicero Place, which is Mont Diablotin, and there they met the Cicero parrot, which I named the Cicero Place. And then it speaks about their trip back to Roseau. But then they spoke about their friend at the Botanic Gardens who told them about the trip. And that's how it was divided.
So what about the other books?
The other one is a children's poetry.
Okay.
I decided to write some children's poetry because we don't have too many local children's poetry written. And I would just sit and the words would come to me. And there are some poems that reflect children's life, what they like to do, like dancing, jumping, counting, different types in that one book. And the adult poetry is of adults, as it says, poems for adults. And I did that because I have been writing poetry for over 40 years. And I have this book I really wanted to put out. It's reflecting emotions or scenery, what Dominica is about. And the words would come with no heading. I would still write it down.
Okay.
And eventually form the poem from that.
It's
So
called.
these are 3 out of many books that I have to put out.
So where can we find these books? I'm sure the kids, parents listening to get a copy. I know you're based in the United States, but you're launching the books where tomorrow?
At the UE Global Center.
UE Global Center there. What time is that book launching?
At 5 p.m. tomorrow afternoon.
So who are you inviting to this book launching?
I've invited some of my friends,
Mhm.
family friends, and UE was generous enough. They sent out invitations to their customers, and there were a few others I invited.
Okay. Can we find these books there on Amazon or, other publishers?
Not yet, but eventually that will be worked on. And I do not have a local place yet because the books were printed a bit
So you
too late
think
for me to be able to bring it into the businesses to ask them to sell.
all right. So when you think that may be available to local persons who may be interested in these books?
By next week.
By next week. So again,
Yes.
the titles of the books are what? Just give me a rough.
Words at Play.
Words at Play?
Poetry for children.
Uh-huh.
That's kindergarten age group.
Okay.
Trip to the Cicero Place, 5 to 7, maybe 8-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And Words in Bloom, book of poetry.
Okay, and that's for everybody.
Yes. And I also am working on a Creole poetry book. Because I did some Creole poems for independence, I got awards for that.
So tomorrow is an open session. Everybody's invited to come.
Yes, it is.
All right. So you see at 5 o'clock tomorrow.
5 o'clock tomorrow.
All right. Well, if you're a fan of reading and, of course, poetry, you should find yourself at the UE Center tomorrow afternoon.
And I decided to come here to publish the books because I wanted our young people to have access, easy access to our local writing.
Yeah, and we have been told though that our local people don't read enough. Or would you confirm that too?
No.
No, you think
This is what's available because in Tristan, some little children come to my home and I have a bookshelf. First thing they go for, the books.
Okay.
So I say our children are still interested. It's what you introduce your children from start. You know, I have given out some books. And by the way, I gave last year when I was here, I gave away books to every school in the Kalinago district. And the children were pleased with those books because that was from my old stock of books, From the Shadows, as the first book of poetry that I did.
Well, I'm happy that you can come to Dominica. You could have come to Dominica and, show more interest in getting kids to read a little more. And we want to give you all the blessings tomorrow on the launching of these books. Again, thank you for talking to us, Miss Vernaline. Did I get that name right?
Vernaline, yes.
Oh, yeah, it seems like a tongue twister.
Some people know me as Justina.
Justina. I think I know you as Justina. You're the sister of Giftus John. That was my English teacher.
Oh, that's good.
That was good. That's a long time ago. But good morning again, Mr. Giftus John. I think you're in the New Jersey area.
Yes.
All right. Well, again, thank you and blessings to you. I wish you all the best in your luncheons tomorrow. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for the opportunity.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Justina John. It's about 9:44. We have a stop coming up there with our friends there from the Muslim store. 60 seconds. Are you there? Yeah?
Good morning, good morning, Martha. Good morning, St. Joseph. Good morning, Dominica.
Morning.
I've been praying for God to give me that opportunity because since yesterday that I heard. When I heard Zed Lloyd calling on Mr. James to stay down a little, don't push yourself too much, don't get involved too much. I saying to Zed Lloyd, that's leading judge. You are rude and out of place. You cannot tell a man to stop fighting for his country. You cannot do it. It's just like Nelson Mandela when they was asking him to stop fighting for the people of South Africa. He did not give to them. You are doing the very same thing that this white man did to Nelson Mandela. Edison James have a part to play. Edison James have a right to do what he's doing. And over again, the man say he doesn't want position, but it's against his conscience to see how a country suffering and misery and wasteful of money. He has to help fight for the people. You can't prevent him from doing that. You are running out of place. That's why some program on the radio doing very well, if you don't call. But the minute you call, you take something away from it. Matt, again, when we come, I listened to Joshua Fontaine yesterday. He act like a star in. I mean, everybody have a right to go up for what political party. But if me and Joshua was on an island, two of us, and they asked me to vote for him to be prime minister, he would never be prime minister. He would never even win that seat. I remember you asked him one question. How do you feel about the hospital, the health sector? You asked him that on 2 occasions. And well, some good. But meantime, there was a nurse in the hospital. One day after you asked him that question, died of maltreatment, died of lack of Medicare, died of all kind of things. And I said to myself, I wish that nurse was never tuned to QFM to hear Joshua Fontaine only to find out that they steal from his own constituency. This guy is a joke. Even yesterday when I call and talk to him about, well, if you feel betrayed and so forth to the party, He said he got upset. But the truth, you was deputy leader of the party. People have a right to ask you what changed your decision to where you are today. He got otherwise. You don't want me to tell people who betray who betray who. This guy is arrogant. He is carrying out the same kind of ways of dealing with people. That young man from Marigot, I feel disappointed because the Marigot people, there is no way he could not have win if the UWP did not stand behind him in Marigot. But he chose today that the UWP is not good or not fit to run the country. This is the kind of grab, this is the kind of selfishness. Instead of going straight forward to the problem which is carried, $6 billion missing, Dominica is in a crisis. He coming back and tax you over and over again, and he cannot tell you where the money is spent. He can't tell you who has the next accountant. Airport building, he can't tell you how much money is spent. But yes, still all you fighting against each other. God bless Dominica. Thank you.
God bless you too. We're going to take a break there for friends from the Muslim store. Stick around, Dominica. Stick around.
www.buymuslims.com. No standing in line. No wasting your time. Buymuslims.com. Just order online. Everything will be fine. Buymuslims.com. As soon as you click, you'll be getting it quick. Buymuslims.com. It's like having the entire store at your fingertips. www.buymuslims.com.
Where am I going to find a necklace to match that dress? What do you mean where? Girl, Muslim store. Where? You think I have $1 million to spend, man, my girl? No, girl, the Muslims will have a wide variety of beautiful, luxurious, and affordable jewelry. Necklaces, rings, watches, earrings in gold, silver, and even gold filled. Plus, there's a 35% discount on all jewelry. All that then. Girl, hurry up, they're closing for 30. Visit us today on 18 Old Street, Roseau. Muslim store, locally born, locally grown.
All right, let's say good morning to our guest here this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing very good, Matt. And how are you doing this morning?
Okay, tell us, how was Mother's Day?
Well, Mother's Day, it was very enjoying and very exciting because it's always good to spend time with your mother and show a lot of love that she
You give her more love than last year?
Well, I cannot say more love.
Okay.
You know, she get the required amount because I have other siblings, so it's not just my love that she got.
Oh,
and and right now I probably have like 4 or 5 siblings in Dominica, so we all took all that the love that we have and sent upon her. So you know, it's a very she got a lot. She got a lot, Matt. Trust me, she got a lot. And you know, and as I always say, that Mother's Day just not a day that we choose to celebrate and give our mother some love. It's supposed to be every single day. So I want to take also today to send a shout out to my mother today. You know, I just want to say I love you, Mom, and hope you're having a very, very good day today. And to all the mothers out there, hope you guys are having a very prosperous Wednesday and a very good day as well. And I just want to say also good morning to the listening public. And if you're listening first time to the Muslim Store program, good morning to you as well. And as today, what we wanted to bring to you guys this morning, because at the Muslim Store, we always, as I always say, we always have good stuff happening at the Muslim Store. Sometimes if it's a promotion, if it's new items that we have in the store, you name it, we have it all at the Muslim Store, because we have 4 different locations. We have the engineering department, we have the homes department, we have the appliance department, and also we have the main store where you can go and do all your hire purchase and all the stuff that you want to pay for item that you have on hire purchase or something like that. You have the main office that you can come and do all those payments. But today we just want to take a look. We just want to go through the engineering department, the homes department, and the appliance department. But first off, I just want to touch on the appliance department, where we have a lot of basically 9 different types of refrigerators that we just got recently. We have well, the different brands that we have the Galans, we have the West Point, and we have the Wills. The Wills brand is basically the same manufacturer of the Galans, but it's more for the European market, but we still have it because we like to have different varieties for our customers when they come down to the Muslim store. And as I said, we have 9 different types of refrigerators. We have them in a lot of different sizes for every and each well, a lot of different spacings that you could think of. If you have a big home, we have a refrigerator just to fit that. If you have a small home and probably just a small space that you want to put the refrigerator, we have that for you as well, because we have sizes from the range of 3.5 cubic feet. So that's a very small fridge where you have this a small compartment for just your fridge stuff, like fridge stuff, and also you have a small compartment in that for your frozen stuff. We have sizes up to 18 cubic feet as well, so that's the more bigger fridges for the more bigger homes. And we have different colors as well. We have the black, we have the silver, we have red, we have blue. So we have a lot of different colors just to match the feng shui that you set for your home as well, for your kitchen. So because most of the times you think about it, you don't just want to have a white fridge. Sometimes the white fridge might feel so bland when you have that white fridge in the in your kitchen. So we have different varieties of colors that you can choose from at the Muslim store. And we have as I said, we have the different sizes. We have from 3.5 cubic feet to up to 18 cubic feet of refrigerator, and the prices are range from as low as $540 up to $3,438. So as I said, we have a lot of different new fridges that we got, and we'll still be getting some more as well to for just to have a wider variety and for to fit all the different customers that we have. You know, we have sometimes the customer just want to have a small fridge for a small apartment, or you want to have a big fridge for your big home because you want to have your home nice and good. We also have a fridge that has a French door, and I'm not sure if you might know about the French door fridge, where you can have the 2 doors that open simultaneously, and you have 2 different departments at the bottom of the fridge. And we have that type of fridge at the appliance department. As I said, we have a lot of different, well, basically 9 different types of refrigerators at the home's apartment, and we are getting more, as I said. So we are getting a lot more of those fridges as well. We also have new washers. We have front loader washers. We have 2 basically 9 kg front loader washers. We have a Galans, and we also have the Wills. And as I was explaining earlier on, that the Wills is basically the same manufacturer of the Galans as well. It's just that the Galans is more UK based. So you have the footprint jack for the Galans, and also for the Wills you have the European plug that you can put in the wall. So we have the front loaders for as low as $1,854. That's the 9 kg front loader washer that we have currently right now at the appliance department. And I also just want to touch on the tablets that we have currently. I know sometimes customers might not know that we have a lot of different type of tablets at the appliance department. We have different brands as Samsung, we have iPads as well, and we have Amazon Fire tablets as well. So we have Tab A series in the Samsung. We have the 9th generation and 10th generation iPads as well, and we have the 7-inch Amazon Fire tablets, and we have tablets as cheap as $274.50, and that's the Amazon Fire tablet that you can get. You know, probably if you just want a tablet for your kid, you can have all the nice educational stuff on that tablet for your child, and you can just put them to sit down and just go through that tablet and just have, well, educate themselves on that tablet, and they would probably might not be bothering you for a very, very long time. Also, we have a lot of cell phones. We have probably the widest variety of cell phones on the market in Dominica right now. We have Samsung phones, we have Oppo phones. I'm not sure if you know what the Oppo phone is, Matt, but we have that as well. And we also have Vivo phones. They are very Android-based phones. So I mean, a lot of tech people would know what those type of phones are, but we have a lot of different types of phones. As I said, we have 22 different types of phones at the appliance store, and you can get a Samsung. The lowest phone, the cheapest phone that we have right now at the appliance department for only $549, and that's a Samsung A3E. I said a Samsung A3E, you can get that for as low as $549. And all the items that I'm explaining right now, you can always get those items on our website. You know, because I always like to bring up the website when I'm speaking on the radio to let customers know that they can take advantage of the website, where you can get each and everything from all the different departments on that website. So if you go to our website, which is buymuslims.com, you go to the website, and I know most customers you would use your phone, because that's what we more likely have as probably as you have right now in your hand, Matt. You know, when you go to buymuslims.com, the first thing you would want to do when you go to that website is switch from the US price to EC price. You know, so you can go on the top left and you can change that to EC dollars, Canadian dollars, and pounds as well. So you would use the EC dollars, and then you can, after that, you change the currency. You can now go on to the tab on the right, the top right, the free lines, and choose from each of the departments that you would want to get an item from. So you have appliances, electronics, you have fashion, where you can get your jewelry, your perfumes. You can have the car parts, where you can get the batteries, your tires, your rims, your car care products, and a lot of other stuff. You have your home decor, where you can get all your home stuff, so your curtains, your beds, your bed frames, your mattresses, your pillows, just you name it. So if you want to get any item, you can just go click on any one of the tabs, and if you see an item that you would like, you just click on it and add to cart. And then after you add to cart, you will then have to add some information. Seeing that you probably might be a first-time customer on our website, you will put in all your information. And when you do payments on the website, you do payments via PayPal. And that is one of the most secured payments that we can use over the web to secure your credit cards, your debit cards, and other cards that you will probably want to use to make payments online. So when you did all that information, you add in all the information. If you want to have delivery as well, for like the big items like the fridge, the stove, you add your address, and you can select the shipping fee, so you can have that item shipped to you. You can do that as well. And after you add all that information, you click payout, and that information will come to us. And once you have that email confirmation, you come to the main office and let them know that you made a payment. Well, you purchase an item, and you now come to collect, and we'll print out that invoice for you and give it to you, so you can now go to any of the stores that you purchased that item from. So as I said, the website is a very good thing, to have as well. And I just want to also touch on the small appliances that we have at the appliance department. We have the rice cookers, we have the air fryers, we have the coffee makers, the toaster ovens, microwaves, and also irons as well. And we have a lot more small appliances at the appliance department. So I just want to I advise all the customers, you can come on down, you take a look, and also you can call. You can call the appliance department at 448-5100. And we're just going to take a quick break so we can wrap up on this program here. All right, let's do this and come back. All right.
Where am I going to find a necklace to match that dress? What do you mean where? Girl Muslim store. Where? You think I have $1 million to spend, man, my girl? No, girl, the Muslims have a wide variety of beautiful, luxurious, and affordable jewelry. Necklaces, rings, watches, earrings in gold, silver, and even gold filled. Plus, there's a 35% discount on all jewelry. All that then. Girl, hurry up, they're closing for 30. Visit us today on 18 Old Street, Roseau. Muslim store, locally born, locally grown.
Back to you to wrap it up.
All right, so I just want to touch on the homes department right now, where we have a sale with the sale that we still continuing on the cashback sale for the sofas. So we have up to $1,200 on the sofa set that we have at the homes department. So we have a sofa right now going on for $5,172. That's after the 20% discount that we are already giving to customers. And with that, we also add in, subtracting, I should say, $1,200 from that price. And now your purchase will come down to $3,972. And I said at the Muslim store, we always think of our customers and we always try our best to have our customers happy and satisfied every time they come to each and every one of the stores. So and with that sale, we have that deal going on still it's been going on, and I'm not sure exactly when that it's going to be be done. And we also have for the sofa sets, where you have a sofa at $4,523, which is the 20% discount price that you're already getting from the store when you come down to the store. And with that, you have $1,000 less as well. That's going to be subtracted from that price, where that price of that sofa set is now going to be $3,523. As I said, man, it's a lot of good things that we have happening at the Muslim store. Not just the appliance department, not just the homes department. We have the engineering department as well. And for the homes department, we also have new mattresses as well coming on. And if customers probably want a mattress for baby, we have the baby mattresses as well. You can put in the bunker for the baby beds. We have them small mattresses as well for as low as $285. And if a customer has any questions that they probably want to ask, as I said, they can always go to our Facebook page, send a message, or they can call the homes department at 448-5102. And for the engineering department, if you have any questions for the batteries, if you want something for any part of the vehicle, for your stereos and stuff like that, you can call the engineering department at 448-5101. I just want to thank you, Matt, for having the Muslim store here every Wednesday, just to give our deals and promotions that we have, because being in your presence is a very good thing. You always bring that good vibes when they come on the radio. And I just want to thank you for having us here on the radio. I just want to thank everybody. And hope everybody is having a very good day today. And I hope everybody's going to have a very good day as well, Matt. And blessed day to you as well.
Blessed day to you. Let's take in some Caribbean news from the Caribbean News Desk at this time. Updating you on the Things Caribbean.
From the Caribbean News Desk, the morning edition. Good morning. I'm Kendall Morgan.
And I'm Dennis Chabot with the latest from across the Caribbean.
Leading Guyanese manufacturer Demerara Distillers Limited, which is diversifying into food production, says Trinidad and Tobago has blocked the entry of more than $130,000 worth of milk and flavored water. DDL Chairman Kamal Samaru told a news conference that although his company provided proof of its compliance with international standards, the milk was returned to Guyana because it did not comply with Trinidad and Tobago's animal health law, and the water has been held pending further checks. Mr. Samaru says a knowledgeable Trinidad and Tobago partner was used to go through all the regulatory checks before product orders were made. He says Trinidad and Tobago has used non-tariff barriers to hamper efforts to increase regional food production.
We were advised of an extremely onerous and stringent process for the importation of animal and animal-based products on the provisions of Trinidad and Tobago's Animal Disease and Importation Act 2020. DDL finds these requirements contrary to the spirit of intra-regional trade, especially since we are reliably informed that Guyana has no such reciprocal requirement for importation of similar products from Trinidad and Tobago.
The DDL chairman says a complaint has been made to CARICOM chairman, Guyana's President Irfan Ali, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade.
And Dr. Ali says he has asked Guyana's Minister of Agriculture, Zulfikar Mustafa, and the Foreign Affairs Minister, Hugh Todd, to seek answers from their counterparts in Trinidad and Tobago about this humbug to regional trade and food security.
We are now working in the region on dismantling trade barriers and dealing with these exact situations where we're trying to integrate trade, expand our regional economy, and create more opportunities for regional businesses. And this is a prime example of scenarios that does not help the 25 by 2025 plan, or also does not help this agenda of all our regional leaders.
The region's poultry sector is continuing to battle challenges from cheaper extra-regional imports, including low-quality chicken parts. Trinidad and Tobago's acting Prime Minister Com Embert raised the issue in a feature address to the Caribbean Poultry Association's 7th International Technical Symposium, which opened in Port of Spain on Tuesday.
It's a significant challenge. It undermines local production and compromises health standards. I'm told that some of the major importing countries in the world, in the Western Hemisphere, have stopped importing various chicken parts from the United States, and therefore the US views the Caribbean. I wouldn't want to use the word dumping ground, but the US views the Caribbean as a location to export these low-quality poultry products.
Embert, however, said the poultry sector remains the region's largest agro-industrial enterprise and the backbone of the food security effort. Recent figures show the sector earns annual gross income of over $500 million from a yearly production of more than 200,000 metric tons of meat and almost 30,000 metric tons of cable eggs.
Belize is getting help from Mexico to end weeks of electricity blackouts. Prime Minister John Briceño made the announcement following talks in Mexico with President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador. He said the president facilitated a successful engagement with Mexico's Federal Electricity Commission, CFE.
We had a chance to meet with the president and the head of CFE, and they have agreed that they will work with us to continue to provide energy. We have a maximum of 55 megawatts of energy that we can buy. Now what the president offered us to be able to increase it by 20 more, so we're able to buy approximately 75 megawatts.
Elsewhere in Guyana, former local government minister Nigel Darabla was yesterday questioned by police about a rape allegation made by a woman.
Jamaica's commuters are being promised 100 new buses by July to ease the problems in government-run public transportation.
4 Americans have been arrested in the Turks and Caicos Islands for being in possession of 33 rounds of ammunition, which they say were left in their suitcase mistakenly.
This has been the morning edition from the Caribbean News Desk. You may contact us by phone or WhatsApp at +592 700 9293. Thanks for listening.
All right, next here,
What's up?
Jordan's Pharmacy.
Oh, Chris, I don't hear from him for a long time, you know. Chris all over the world.
Stick around.
Yeah.
Jolly's Health Vibes coming up on this your important station.
Okay. No, I'll have to call you back.
I'll be back on your radio 1 o'clock.
Good.
Where would I be, Lord? Where would I be without my mama? Woman, me love you, there's nothing I'd put above you. No house, nor no girl, nor no car. Stand firm in my life, nothing above you. From a barn, me and you are far. Mommy, I'm a princess. Mommy, I'm a dance first lady in my life. A girl of me understand. Special dedication to the big woman. From your love, your mama, make me see your hand. So bust a blank for your mama, light up for your mama. Selector, you better pull up the one you for your mama. Proud of your mama, sing loud for your mama. Yeah, I make you know you're happy. She bring you from your heart. From your heart, tell me sing this one. From your love, your mama like this man. There's no one like my mama, no, no. Mama never had it easy at times. Many days I don't know how we survive. She's in no hurry, we'll be fine. We held on to some of Mama's teachings, and in the scripture she placed her beliefs in. Real thing, if I never mama, I wouldn't believe it. So bust a blank for your mama, light up for your mama. Selector, you better pull up the one you for your mama. Proud of your mama, sing loud for your mama. Yeah, I make you know you're happy. She bring you from your heart, from your heart, help me sing this one. From your love, your mama like this man. There's no one like my mama, no, no. Hey, yo, up to my mama this year, up to my mama this year. We get my first summer last year, up to my mama this year, up to my mama this year. Anything you want to get me from it. So anything you want, anything at all, anything you need, my mother pray to God. And this year is just on Bust a blank for your mama, light up for your mama. Selector, you better pull up the one you for your mama.